Hey, Twitch and YouTube and everyone else out there, thank you for stopping by and joining me. I am Charkue, and I am here to make more stuff. I just updated my microphone and brought my other one down here, so I don't know quality-wise if this is any better. I hope it is. Also, I just realized that my throat is really dry because I went for a run earlier. I see I'm losing some quality there already. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. Things are still unstable and I haven't replaced the network cable down here yet. Also, it does appear that there's a significant amount of lag in this webcam. So, one on top of my monitor. So, I don't know how that all is going to work out, but needless to say, I'm still going to go ahead and keep streaming. Feel free to yell at me. Also, you see that black thing on the left? That's the chat. So you can chat, and it should show up there. I'm going to go over to Twitch, actually, and use it. That way you guys know that it's there. Pull this up. I'm really tired. I've had a day. Everything's probably out of sync quality-wise right now. I don't care too much. I just want to be here. I just want to do stuff. So, alright, Twitch is taking a moment to load. And last stream I failed to actually record what I did. So this time I have that running, and I hope it's okay. I don't know if it will be. And it does look like Twitch is going to try to get rid of that. Come over here. Okay, Restream has it. Things are looking okay. I don't know about the quality or anything right now. Make sure that's muted. Oh, well, there you go. Chat is right here. So there you go. You can chat if you'd like. You don't have to. I don't care too much. I mean, I do, but whatever. What am I going to do about it? So, okay. I'm going to start by making a couple solutions that are useful in jewelry making. Things that I'm going to be using quite a bit and are easy to make. The first thing is not going to be used for a while. I'm not going to need it yet because I'm not using my blazer. I have a butane torch here, and it's pretty easy to use, but I don't have any fuel for it yet, which means I can't do any soldering. But the basic premise is you fill it up with butane, you hit the ignite button, and you can lock it if you'd like, and it keeps the flame going. And you just get a flame, and you can adjust the length of it by adjusting the amount of oxygen that comes into the blazer, and it lets you anneal your pieces, which makes them easier to work with. So if I've got like a really hard piece of copper that, you know, I've quenched, and I need it to be softer to work with again, you would take your flame to it, you'd heat it, and you'd want to heat it evenly, and then that's going to loosen up all the particles, the copper particles, and everything. And another reason that I'm going to be using is to do some, you know, I'm going to be using my blazer, my torch here, to be doing the soldering and the welding process. And in order to make that work, you need your piece, right? So I've got like the ring I made at the end of the stream yesterday. So I've got this piece, and it's got, you know, still got an opening because I haven't soldered it closed. And so that's right about there would need to be sealed up. I mean, you can wear it without soldering. You don't have to. You know, it's still perfectly fine. But anyways, you'd want to solder it for stability in the long run. So you would put a little flux on it, and then you would heat it with your torch, and you wouldn't hold the piece in your hand, otherwise you're going to burn your hand. And then you'd put a little copper or some solder on there, and when the solder gets to the right temperature, just go right in between the piece and seal it up. The problem with that process, though, is when you heat up a metal, usually, you know, a jewelry, especially a piece of metal that's used in jewelry craft, silver, gold, copper, it's going to tarnish eventually. And in order to stop that process, you can pickle it. And that'll stop the tarnishing process from going any further. So I'm going to make a pickle. I see somebody's hanging out with me. Please, I appreciate feedback. Somebody's over on Twitch watching. The audio quality may be really bad. I know that there are sync issues. The sync issues I'm not too worried about right now. The audio quality I am worried about in general. So if things sound utterly like garbage, there's a washing machine going behind me. So that's going to create some interference. But hopefully I'm loud enough. Hopefully the mic can pick me up enough. And hopefully you're not going to pick up any of the music that I play. Anyways, back to the music, or to the crafting. I'm going to be making a pickle, and that's going to stop the tarnishing process. And in order to make that, you just need a few simple things. One of them is salt, which I have here, kosher salt. Doesn't matter, just salt. And vinegar. And then you're going to need something to keep your pickle in. I've got a jar. Now, when you use a pickle, generally you heat it up, you warm it, that makes the process easier, the pickling process, it makes it more effective. I don't have a heating pot yet to do that, so right now, and I'm not even going to be using the pickle right away anyways, so I've got time. So I'm just going to make it and have it available for later. So what you need is your vinegar, your salt, a container, and I've got my measuring stuff here. You don't need a lot. The ratio is, for this pickle, this is a safe pickle. It's not aggressive chemically. Basically the acid is neutralizing the outer of the vinegar, is going to neutralize the outermost layer of the of your piece and prevent it from getting covered in tarnish, right? So I'm going to take my vinegar and I'm going to use 1 cup of vinegar to 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to put that in here. And I hope to get about 2 cups in here. I don't know yet how much this holds. So I'm just going to add 1 cup at a time. And I'm going to stand to do this. I'm probably going to spill vinegar all over the place. And yes, I did just smell it. Alright, there's 1 cup. I'm trying to be really careful here. It's just vinegar, it's not a big deal, but I'd still rather not smell like vinegar at the end of the day. Ah, vinegar on my foot. Alright, so that's 1 cup of vinegar. I don't know if I'm going to get 2 cups in here. Let's go for it. I won't fill this one as far. I can top it off if I need to at any time, you know? Alright, here we go. We're just gonna pour it there. Alright, whatever. Get rid of that excess vinegar now. My basement's gonna smell like vinegar. I don't care. It's just a basement. Alright, so we got 2 cups of vinegar in here. I'm gonna put this away, and by away I mean on the floor. And now I need salt. So, I have a teaspoon of salt here. I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna... a teaspoon of salt, and let's see. I need 2 teaspoons of salt, because I used about 2 cups of vinegar. Alright, that's more than a teaspoon. Just scoosh it off. 1. Alright. 2. There you go. There. Now I have a pickle. I don't even think I need to really mix it. I can, just by shaking it. And then this is good to go when I need to use it. I don't know how tight this lid is as well. I found it just in my basement, this jar, and I cleaned it. So let's see. Hey, it's pretty airtight. So now I have a pickle. I'm going to label it. I know I have it available for the future. And yeah, that'll come in handy when I'm ready to start using it. So let's just make sure I know what this is. Pickle. Perfect. So that's ready. I'm gonna put it on my other workbench. Alright, cool. So that's one thing done. Next thing that I'm going to make. It's essentially the same exact thing, but you use way more salt. You use a 1-to-1 ratio of salt and vinegar because you want it to be more powerful. You want a more powerful reaction. I'm gonna make a I don't know what to call it, but it's a solution. It's just a solution for adding a patina to pieces, and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't have a picture of it or anything of the result, but basically I want to take this piece of copper. Hello, Titan Bob, how you doing? Hopefully you can hear me well. It's good to see you. Please let me know if the audio quality is terrible. It probably is. Let me know if you're seeing the flickering like I am. This is only the second stream I've done like this. But I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. Alright, so I'm gonna make a solution that will let me add a blue or green, sometimes turquoise, patina to my pieces. And you should be able to use it, at least on copper. I don't know that it's gonna work the same across other metals. It may. But I've never done this before, so let's just make this. And it's the same things. So I'm gonna take my jar, I'm gonna get my vinegar back up here. And I don't know how much vinegar I want to use this time, because I've never made this before. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know how much salt I have. So I think what I'll do is, I'm gonna go get a couple other measuring cups, I think, that I can use that are the same size. So I will return very shortly. I'll get some more water while I'm at it. Alright, I'm back. There's a bit of lag. Where are you? Because that's probably gonna be natural. Just, I expect that a bit. It depends on where you are in the world, largely. Okay, let's see. I should have enough salt. Alright, so I'm gonna do a third vinegar and a third salt for my patina here. Just move some stuff. So let's start with, I'm gonna start with the vinegar actually, and this one. Okay. It's just under a third of a cup here. Get that in there. Okay. Get rid of that guy. Put this down. And come back to my salt. I'm surprised it's as you use as much salt as you do, but I trust the resource I'm using, so whatever. It's not a big deal. Alright. I eagerly await your return, Titan Bob. Alright. This is taking a bit of time here. Okay. I'm gonna have to buy more salt soon. When salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is not good. Alright, a little more. I'm almost there. Alright. I'm gonna call that good. Oh, wow. That is a lot of salt. I've never done this. This is just, this is me learning. This is a test, essentially. Alright, shake it up. So it's essentially the same thing as the pickle. Vinegar and salt. The key difference is this is much more aggressive because there's a lot more salt there. And so I'm going to test it. The process for applying your patina, at least this one, is you make your solution, you submerge your piece for like a few minutes, probably a half an hour or more, and you wait. Then you remove it, allow it to air dry, and just let it sit. And that chemical reaction will keep going on the surface level and into the piece. And the color can be varied. It comes across many different colors. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. And after this, I'm essentially going to just make a few different rings, try to get a couple different sizes and get used to it. Welcome back, Titan Bob, good to see you. And I'm gonna let them sit and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna throw in this ring that I made the other day. Even though it's not soldered yet, I don't care that much. I have enough material to keep working. Ugh, that was loud, sorry. So I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna put that in there and let it sit. I need to create a shelf or something to put my solutions on. For now, my other workbench will do. Alright, so there's my patina. That's made. I have baking soda here, and the reason I have that, and I'm actually probably not going to use it right now, this is to neutralize your pickle. Essentially, if you're putting an acid on a piece of jewelry, it's going to keep eating away at the jewelry until it's cleaned off and neutralized as well. And baking soda is a base, and bases neutralize acids. Basic chemistry stuff here. So a little bit of this, baking soda and some water. Rub your piece with it. You should see it bubble a bit after it's been pickled. If you put it in this, and it'll neutralize that acidic reaction. That's why I have baking soda sitting around. Now I'm just going to make some stuff. Gonna make some rings. There are some ideas I have in my head for little bits I want to make. So here's what I'm thinking about. Where's my paper? I brought paper down here. I'm not an artist, okay? I make things. I'm not an artist, though. I'm not good at drawing. I'm not 2D. I'm 3D, so this is hard for me. Please judge me gently. So I want to make a couple rings here. And basically, I kind of want to grow my skills in being able to create settings. A setting is the area in a ring or a piece of jewelry that a gem would go into and then be held in. So I need to learn how to make those. There are a few different style of settings, and they can they can change in the way that they hold the gem in. Some are more open, some are pretty closed, and you know, they have different styles. So I essentially just want to make some loops and get ready to make some settings like that. So I'm gonna take and I basically want to try to make a ring with just a loop setting on the top, just a circle, and then we're just gonna have a ring underneath that you can wear. So it looks kind of like an eyeball. So that's, I'm not drawing very large or anything. So I want to essentially make that with this being a loop, and then this is the ring, the space. So that's one thing that I want to try making. Then there's a design I have for essentially the same thing. You've got your circle. I do not know how to draw circles. I just draw. You've got your circle. And I want to do some lettering. So let's see. So I want to make a W essentially. And I'll probably solder at a couple different points. So essentially something like that. So we'll have a loop with a W inside of it. It's essentially what I want to make. And then other designs. What's the symbol of the Deathly Hallows? That's one I want to do. So you've got what? It's an equilateral triangle, right? So you've got a triangle, and then you've got a circle inside of that, I believe. And then a line through that circle. So I want to try to make that as well. Now, I can't complete really any of these since I can't solder them yet, but I can at least get the shapes made, get some of the measuring practicing done so that I know how to get the copper to behave the way I want it to. So I'm going to start with that simple loop ring and setting. If I'm going to make this in a size 8 for me, how would I do this? I'm going to take my size 8 gauge. I'm going to try it on. Yep, still feels good. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to get an idea for the diameter of the circle here. How large do I want this to be? It looks like I could do a centimeter pretty easily and comfortably. Can I do 12 millimeters? I could probably do 12 millimeters and still wear that pretty comfortably. So if I want to do that, hold on. I should lock that down. Okay, got that. 12 millimeters. Now I need to know the circumference now, right? 12 millimeter circumference. So what is it? Circumference is pi r squared. So if I'm doing 12/6 times pi squared, no, r squared. So the radius is 6 squared is 36 times pi. 36 times, wait, is that right? Hold on. Circumference is pi r squared, right? Come on, basic maths. Do. No, it's pi times diameter. Nope, 2 pi r. I'm wrong. I'm wrong all around. Okay, 2 pi r. So, I cannot remember my basic maths. Let's see, I want my calculator. Well, hold on. Pi. Okay, so we're gonna use some Google here. Pi 2 pi r times 2, right? Come on, Google. Times radius is 6. Are you going to give me what I want? 37.7 millimeters. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to use the same gauge, my 14 gauge copper wire here. So this tells me I need about 3.7 millimeters. And we're going to make this a little bigger because I want to be careful. Actually, I want it even bigger than that because I'm going to be bending it. So let's see. We're going to just go with... We're going to go with 4.5, I think, millimeters. So here's my mark. I'm just going to use my file to mark this. There we go. That's where I'm going to cut. And going to take my pliers. Okay. Make my cut. Okay. So I've got my length here. And this is going to be my circle. So let's see, what can I get a ring size for this actually? Let's see. Let's get a corresponding ring size. Where would this be? I have at least I thought I had a bookmark bar for this. No, apparently I don't anymore. Let's see, bookmarks. Streaming, guitar resources, leather resources, other bookmarks. This must not be synced up to my Google account correctly. Hold on. Because I have a chart that I can use to do some calculation here. Alright, hold on. Gotta log in. Let's see. I need to do some two-factor authentication here. Pull this up. I'll be done. Okay, get that. Alright, and hopefully it'll sync my bookmarks. But it may not. There we go, got it. Cool. Good work, Chrome. I'm proud of you. Let's see. No, ring sizing chart. Here we go. So I basically want to find a corresponding ring size that I can use on my mandrel to shape this. Come on. Anyone hanging out there? I don't know. Quality may be really bad and there's probably a ton of lag. Let's see. I'm using 14 gauge wire. What's the millimeter thickness on this? Can I get a reading? Hold on. This is going to be annoying, because I lost the cover to this. My gauge isn't that good. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll get it. I'll guess. It's greater than 1.6. I'm going to say this is 1.8 millimeters. That's what I'm going to say. And crap, that's smaller than ring size 1. So what does my mandrel go to? Let's take a look. It goes to a little smaller than 1. Alright, so I can't really use my mandrel appropriately. So I want to find something else I can use. I have an idea. Alright, so I have a chisel here. I'm going to try to be really careful with this. But I'm going to put it in a clamp, and I'm going to bend my wire around it. And I want to be careful not to break my chisel. So basically, it's just got a nice round section on it that I really like, and I think it'll be useful. And right before I do that, I'm going to file down this edge. Alright, getting there. Cool. Right, that side's done. Let's get this side too. Oh, I just got really hungry. I'm gonna leave that up. I'm gonna go over there. What time is it? 7:53. I'm cool with that. Alright, clean up this edge a bit. Copper's easy to work with. I like it. This is fun. Okay, let's go. So, I want to be careful. Okay. Now this is the tricky point where I've got it essentially where I want it, but I need to close it up a little. And my mallet's not going to do the trick, because I can't hit this, so I'm going to have to use something else. And I have a jeweler's hammer. Alright, I'm going to try to use I have a Japanese jeweler's hammer here. You can see it. So I'm going to use that. And I need to bend it a little so that they're not hitting. Okay, here we go. Careful, because my chisel's sharp. Ooh, it actually looks like it needs some love. Alright. It's not perfect. But I'm happy with it. I want to check the dimensions now. It's round, which is the #1 issue for me right now. So let's check the dimensions. I want to measure the inner dimension. So let's see here. What did I get? It is over. It's over 12 millimeters. Okay. Yeah, it's consistently over 12. I'm trying not to bend it. So it's about 13 millimeters. So so I can tighten it up a bit because I didn't want it quite that big. So I was here, pull it in. Alright, there we go. Let's check it now. It should be closer. Yeah, that's better. I still want to, so I closed it up about 0.5 millimeter. Still want to close it up more. This is an interesting process because I'm not used to, I'm just making do with what I have. I have quite a bit. All right, come on. All right, it's closer again. It's not perfectly round again, but it's okay. I can work on that. I am happy with that. It's a little under 12 millimeters. Perfect, okay. I bet the girls are just flooding in now. This looks just like Skyrim. Look at you, Isaac. Hey, thanks for coming by. How you doing tonight, friend? I hope you're having a good evening. Yeah, this looks just like Skyrim, doesn't it? This is only the second stream. Here's my chisel. Alright, cool. So I've got this shaped a little more closely now. Now I need to cut it. And I still don't have what I want. I don't have a bench pin. I'm gonna make a bench pin. Okay, so bench pin is a little thing that you've got a notch in it, and it lets you hold your work against it and make cuts. I need one, and I don't have one, so I'm gonna make one. I don't know what wood I want to use. I don't have a lot, but I do have some. Alright, those are for something else. Alright. What is this? Sapel. I have some sapel. This will be nice. Nice hardwood bench pin. Now, disclaimer, I did try to make one of these before and I messed up. You're a girl and you're here. Welcome, Merbear Lorelei. How are the deep and vast oceans? And how is the Merbeardom? Alright. I'm making a bench pin. Yeah, I tried making one of these a couple nights ago, and I messed up. So, I just need to try again. I'm just dusting this off because it's been sitting for a long time, actually. Okay. That edge looks fine. I'm going to try to remove some material on these edges really quickly to get it to look better. The waters are doing well. Fish are abundant and the pearls are in season. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. I need some scrap wood here. I don't want to screw up this wood by having the jaws of my vise go right against it. So I don't want to ruin the face of it. So I'll just put some scrap in there, tighten it up. So I basically just want to move this cable, make sure it's okay. I just want to plane this edge a bit and knock it down. Your brain checked out 10 minutes ago? Oop. Things are going to shake a little, I bet. Alright. I don't need a lot of wood here. Hey Isaac, you still here? Give me a rundown. Generally, how does the audio sound right now? Oh, also, if you want to listen to the music that I'm listening to right now, I'm listening to the MSU radio station, Impact 88.9. You can listen to it live online. I don't work for them. I just really like the music that they play. Oh, okay. Oop, big shake, sorry. Close this drawer. Almost got it. Got a lot of shaking going on. Alright, there we go. There's one side. When the metalworking benches are rocking. Yep, that's how we do. Doing some woodworking now. Where is that other piece of scrap? I don't see where it went. Alright, well, I just want to hit this other side. I've got more scrap I can use. It's not a big deal. Put that there. This guy. I want it to be straighter. Good. Lock that down nice and tight. Cool. Why are you making what you're making? Okay, so right now I'm making what's called a bench pin. Maybe I can find a picture of it. Hold on. And it's useful in metalworking, basically. Hold on. Okay, here's a picture. Alright, I'll show you a picture of this. One moment. Image. Okay. Image file. Browse. Let's see. Where's my desktop? There we go. Open that. Alright, so that's what I'm making right now. Making a bench pin. Hopefully you can see that there. So basically, you've got a notch in which you can hold something like your ring clamp, right? Or your piece clamp. So you grab a hold of your piece, hold this tight in there, and then push against it. So you have something to hold your work into when you're cutting or sanding or buffing or doing whatever you're doing to it. So I could buy one of those. Yes, I could buy one. I don't want to buy one. I want to make one right now. Why not? That's what I'm doing. I've got wood, I've got tools. I can make it happen. All right. Unfortunately, apparently my bench does move a lot. There we go. Trying to minimize that. I'm snagging a lot. I'm probably not even going to use a lot of this piece of wood, but I still want to work with something that's square. Ow! Ow, ow. Oh boy, I think I just got a big old sliver. I can't tell if I did or not. Well, that's the danger of woodworking. Better a sliver than a glass shard. I'm not bleeding yet. Maybe it went in and came out right away. I'll take a look later. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Come on. I got this clamped in there good. There we go. Fall away, pieces of wood. Fall away. Alright, so I've got my sapel. There's a crack here, but I'm not worried about it. It's fairly square. It's not amazing, but that's fine. So now I kind of just want to lay out some rough dimensions. I'm worried about this end a bit, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so where is... Here we go. I want to make this about 1.5 centimeters in. Then I'll go 3 centimeters. And 1.5 centimeters. Okay. So I need a square. There it is. All right. Where are my lines? Are they on this side? Yep. So that last line is the far edge. I should be able to put my square down and just trace a line there. All right. So there's that. I'm fine with that edge. It's not a big deal. Okay, and then I need to figure out where I'm going to put that hole. I don't know what angle I'm going to use. Let's see. If this is 3 centimeters, then that's 1.5 centimeters, the center. Okay, there's that. Is that right? Hold on. Oh, this isn't quite square after all. It's because of that material I took down. Alright, so this line is messed up. Hold on. This should be better. I'm going to measure from the edge here to make sure. Let's see. Yep, 6 centimeters. And nope, I'm still off. Okay, let's fix that. All right, and there we go. I am making stuff. Hey, Brandon, welcome. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You're back in Texas, right? Kicking it down there. Alright. Okay, so I've got that. Now, let's see. How far in do I want to go with this? Oh! Okay, no, you're fine. That's 3. This is gonna be 3. Okay, I'm just putting down a couple lines that'll be useful here. Okay, do that. Back in Texas, and you already miss Michigan. Doesn't everybody miss Michigan? That's just the nature of life. I don't know how far in I want to put this hole that I'll be cutting here. Let's see. If I do 7 centimeters, I'll be right there. Is that going to be too weird an angle? Let's take a look here. I'm just deciding on this angle that I want to make. Is that going to be okay? Is that going to be open enough? Let's take a look at that picture again. Thank you, Murbear. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think this placement's fine. Okay, so now what I want to do, I think, is I want to cut this, and I want to keep it square. I'm going to use a handsaw, and I'm going to try to be gentle. And then I'm going to drill this hole, and I'm going to cut this notch out. That's my plan. So, unfortunately, this is... Well, I could work on a different... I could work on this bench. I just need to clamp this piece. And you guys can't see me. That's a problem. If I'm here, you can still kind of see me. So I'll just deal with it. We can deal with the shakes and the shimmies. I could probably reposition my cameras, but who wants to deal with that? Not I. Not I. Alright, so we're going to clamp this guy up nice and tight. And then let's get our square so I can have a line to go off of. Alright, we got a line right there. Cool. Uh-oh, guest appearance. I'm gonna hide my cam. It's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to temporarily hide, let's see, that one. There, you're good. So, one of the guys is coming through. Don't even worry about it. Not a big deal. Alright, so I just got my Japanese pole saw so I can cut this. Caden says he misses Michigan. He should miss Michigan. Has he ever been to Michigan? I think that's a fair question, don't you? Alright, here we go. So if you want to watch a good woodworker and his stuff, I highly recommend watching Paul Sellers videos on YouTube. Very good. Alright, and I'm going against the grain here, so I actually want to use the double side of this blade. Caden was actually born here. Okay, awesome. I have a hard time keeping other people's families straight, to be random. It's not I don't care, it's just that I forget. I forget who exists. You know what? I need this line to be much darker. I'm having difficulty seeing it. The light's just bad. Ah, I just broke my lead. There we go, that's better. Now I can see what I'm doing. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm cutting down the length of my line here on a sharp angle so I have something that I can cut through and guide me the whole way and keep me perpendicular as I go through the board. Getting some shakes. Oh yeah. You able to swap cameras so you can see what I'm doing? Not really, unfortunately. I'm almost done though. Actually, maybe what I can do is this. Hold on. Alright, give me a sec here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shrink this down. Put that there. This up here. Alright. I'm getting crazy here. This here. I don't know quality-wise what this is going to be like. There you go. There's my shop. Alright. So I'm just cutting. I'm through. There's my wood. And now I'm going to swap back. Scene collection. Oh. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I should be done with this now. So we're going to put the sapel away. Sapel's a very hard wood, but it has a lot of sand in it, so it can damage your tools pretty quickly. My cut wasn't perfect, but it was fairly perpendicular, and I only have a little material to remove, I think, after that. So, yeah. And it doesn't even need to be... It doesn't need to be perfect, because... I mean, this is a rough tool that I'm going to be using. It's going to get beat up and cut up. So, that's okay. Now, I'm going to drill this hole that I need. And in order to do that, I'm going to go to my drill press. And I don't know that I can really show you that. It's going to take me a minute to do this. Give me 1 sec, and I will be right back. Now, This is actually where I'm nervous, because this is where I essentially got with the last one of these I made. I put the hole in, so I'm putting it right about there, and then I ended up cutting one of these slots, and then the wall broke off. I don't know if that's because I'm cutting against the grain. Maybe this is just woodworking 101 and I made a mistake. That could be the case. I make mistakes. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. Also, why do I see that? That's weird. Alright. Not that. We're gonna get that out of there. I don't know why I had that there. So I'm gonna try it again. We'll see what happens this time. Alright, I'm about halfway through, and I just realized I made a bit of a mistake. I should have put a hole all the way through first. That way I can drill from the backside as well. So I'm going to swap out my bit here and make that happen. And now it's really hot, unfortunately. Hopefully this rag doesn't catch on fire. If it does, it won't be spontaneous, that's for sure. I keep injuring myself. Well, I'm not bleeding still, so that's okay. Alright, there's that. Where are my bits? I found my bits! Here they are. Oh, mommy hot! Oh yeah, it is. Oh. Alright, we're gonna... see, will this be a good one? I want a little smaller. I wanted to find that seat a little more easily. Okay, and let's tighten this up. Cool. Back to the drill press. And find that center. Cool. There's that. And I'm not too worried about the tear out because I'm going to be removing that whole area anyways. Okay. Switch back. My other bit. Whoop. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to be drilling through from the reverse side. Alright, I'm almost through. Almost done here. Alright. We have a hole. We have a big piece of hole. Or lack of piece. We have a hole. So, that's what we need there. I'm happy with that. I cannot remember the diameter of that at all. You'd love to hang, however, I need sleepy sleeps. Thank you for coming by, Brandon. No worries. I completely understand having being a little privy to your schedule. So, get your rest. Eat your veggies. I'm gonna keep working. I hope that's okay. Okay, so I'm ready to cut this slot out now, but to do that, I need a couple lines. So, back to my square. I realize, I mean, it's a T-square, but it's still a square. I need a real woodworking square for carpentry and stuff, because it's a little inconvenient using this guy. It's big, it's unwieldy. All right. Okay, there's that. There we go. We got our lines. And now I'm going to go back to my clamp and get this clamped up and continue cutting. Thanks for the whole comment. I need a different piece. It's too big. Seriously, where'd that other piece of scrap go? Oh, really? It went all the way back here. Hold on. I think that's it. It's clean now. That's all that matters. Okay. Get this in here. I don't... Okay. I should probably turn my clamp so I get some more light. That would help, I bet. Alright, I'm gonna switch the scenes again. 1 second. Cam swap. Alright. Coming. Hear that. There you go. I'm still here. So yeah, so I'm gonna cut this piece now. And I'm gonna stick to the inside of my line. And I'm still using the double edge, the double tooth side of my pole saw here. Because I'm cutting against the I'm cutting perpendicular to the grain of this wood. And I'm gonna get my kerf started. I'm gonna angle it. And I'm gonna come down the face of this a bit. I'm gonna go slow. I don't want this to break. And I don't want too much shaking either. I will learn from my mistakes though if this breaks. Because then that means I should not be cutting against the grain of this wood, but whatever wood I'm using, but go with it instead. Okay, let's keep the angle going. I need a little more here. Alright, that's good. Okay. Nice and slow. Slight angle here. Okay, and back up. Okay, slight angle again. Back up. Okay, we're almost there. And we're through. Cool. That's one. That's one done. All right. Now we gotta cut this other side. And I don't like cutting this angle as much, but it's okay. I bet I can do it. I'm gonna get the curve started up top. Keep it perpendicular, thanks to my line. Okay. And now I'm gonna get my angle going. Come here, get in there. Oh, well, you're not deep enough. Then I'll make you deeper. Okay. Here we go. Get that angle. Okay, there we go. Nice and slow here. And I'm supporting the waist, the middle of this with my fingers because I'm afraid it's gonna rattle too much. So I'm just pinching it lightly. I can come back and clean the inside edges with a chisel, it's not a problem. I just don't want it to snap. Alright, making progress. Get that angle going. Okay, and come back up. Nice and slow. Okay, angle again. Back up. Again. Okay, come back up. We're almost there. Keep it nice and short here. We're through! Yeah! Get rid of that waste. I'm gonna put my saw away. Okay, put my saw away. And now I'm gonna switch back to the other cam setup. Over here. Okay, so I think what I need to do to make that quicker and not erase some stuff is actually, I duplicate this. Alright. And then I'll adjust it in a moment. I don't need to right now. Alright, so let me show you what I'm working with now. Alright, remove those. Now I've got my piece. And, I mean, this is a bench pin, essentially. You know, I just want to remove my saw marks on the inside of this. But that's basically it. That's all I need. So now, I'm going to be able to take this and mount it to my bench somehow. And then I can work with it. I can hold my ring clamp against it. Maybe I'll widen this angle up a bit. I can do that with a chisel right now if I want to. But I can hold my ring clamp there. Gives me something to push against. It's nice and hard and sturdy. So let me get a chisel to clean this with. I could use a file. I'm going to use my chisel. And okay. I want to go this way, I think. I'm not sold on how to cut this very well. This wood is very hard and very sandy, which maybe it's not a good thing to be using in jewelry. But you know what? Whatever. I can make another. Get some maple. If I don't like this one. So maybe my chisel's extremely dull. I have a feeling this one's not going to be much better. Yeah. I think all my chisels are kind of bunk right now. I need to sharpen them. That's better. There we go. Let's actually try the one that I was using to shape with, because this one... Ugh. No, I just need to sharpen these. They're not in good condition right now. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry too much about that then. Instead, I think what I'll do is I need to figure out how I'm going to mount this. I could just drill a hole and bolt it down, but my workbench has a solid edge here. So, I don't know that that's how I want to mount it. I think instead I could put along the edge here another piece coming down that then clamps on or gets bolted onto this face. I think I'd like that better, actually, which means if I... Let's do some measuring here. I'm gonna measure from this side. That's about 3.5 centimeters. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put a line on here, 3.5 centimeters in. Ooh, this side looks a lot better. I don't care. 3.5 centimeters in. Where's my pencil? There it is. Found it. Alright. Right there. There's my line. Let's put another one on the other side just in case. Just in case I've lost square. Which I probably have. It's off just a little bit. Not much. So there's my line. So that's where I want to put a piece of wood. And that's going to be the edge of it. Right? If I'm gonna use the same wood, I'm gonna need, well, how much wood am I gonna need? Let's see. Let's use my square to measure this one. I'm gonna need about 3 inches. Alright, so let's cut 3 inches off, huh? Alright. So, actually, my board is over 3 inches long, which means if I just take my piece and scribe a line across the edge, or I just want the thickness of my piece here. It should be 6 centimeters still, right? That's what I was at earlier. Let's measure that. Do I have 6 centimeters? I have a little more. Good. I'm fine with that. I'd rather it be more. Hold on. Let's measure this side too. Let's again make sure I'm consistent. A little more. 61 millimeters. Is that accurate? Yeah, that's good. I need to be careful with that ruler. I don't want to mess it up. There's my line. Almost. Just gotta draw it. Alright, there's my line. And now I just gotta cut this. Let's put one across the top so I know where I'm starting. Okay, and I'm going to darken this up. Alright, there's my square, pencil. We're going to put this board back up here. Okay. There's that. Put my pieces of scrap here to protect this. Tighten that up. Nice and tight. I don't want it going anywhere. Alright, and I'm going to switch back to the other camera setup, but I'm going to have to recreate it really quickly. Gosh. Oh no! Darn it. Hold on. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Yes. Okay. I'm going to duplicate. Okay. We're going to come over here. Good. Okay. Move that. Well, I need to shrink this. Okay. You can go there. I'm moving things around. Okay. We're gonna take this. Now let's fill that space. And right about there. Cool. Yeah, that's gonna be better for switching everything. Alright, time to cut. I put my saw away. Alright, got my saw back. Once again, we're going against the grain. I'm gonna use the double tooth side. Get that cut going. There it is. And make it perpendicular across the top first. And I've got my line going down. Going. Don't stop. Got my wood. Put the saw back again. Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna need it in a moment, I think. Alright. Thinking ahead here. Alright, come on, scrap. Okay. Put this down again. Okay. Get rid of that. I'm gonna put my chisels away quickly, though I may need them. Oh, they need to, as we know, they need to be sharpened. Alright, here's my bench pin. Here's my support. It's gonna go like that. It's gonna hold the bench pin here, and I'm gonna clamp this against the edge of my bench. So now we need to connect the two. What side do I want to use? I want to use this side. This is the side I want to use. Let's. I want to clean that up. This time I'm not worried about it, the face. I'm just gonna clamp it because it's gonna not ever really be seen. Alright, can I do this? Are you gonna cooperate? I mean, we're cutting essentially end grain. And I feel it wanting to snap at this crack here. Alright. That's okay. I didn't need that material. So it's not a big deal. But I don't want it sitting here. Alright, we're just gonna cut this. Make it smooth again. What time is it? 8:52? Wow, it's almost 9. I'm almost done here. Whoever's hanging out with me, I hope you've been having a great time. Or at least a mildly entertaining one. Alright, I'm gonna rotate this. To make this easier for myself. Yeah, look at that. That's much better. Go with it. Don't fight your piece. Go with it. Make it easy for yourself. Rust removal. I got a lot of stuff I need to get to in my workshop area. A lot of things need my attention right now. My chisels, my bits, my bobbins, my blades, my scythes, my katana. Everything needs to be sharpened. And some things need to be derusted. Alright, this is going well. We're looking for those sections that are rising. Those edges. Alright, there we go. Nice and flat there. Alright, about 5 minutes of stream left. Once again, I appreciate everybody for coming by, saying hello. Hope you've had a good time. I will be heading out at 9 EST. That's my schedule for the night. I will be here, at least I'm planning on it, on Saturday, but I don't know for how long. So feel free to stop by then. I'll be doing some other stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else to say. If you want to watch any of the video game stuff I've done, I don't have it all uploaded, but I have some of it. It's on YouTube. YouTube.com/Charkue, my username. Feel free to go over there and watch. Feel free to subscribe over there. If you want my announcements, Twitter.com/Charkue. The biggest thing is it tweets automatically when I go live. Sometimes I post random streams. If I'm streaming at a random time, that is. I don't tweet a lot. I did not ever tweet a lot. Alright, I'm gonna go until this is nice and even, I think. And then leave it there so that I can plan the next piece with this. Oh, you know what I could do? I could also take the piece out and we could look at it. The ring that I put in my patina solution earlier. Maybe I'll do that. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go from the other side. There we go. To get that piece that was resisting me. All right, almost there. Oh, we're getting there. There's just a little left here. This edge was lower than the other, so I have to reduce everything else to be the same height. Being nice and slow and purposeful with my chisel. I don't want to hurt myself. People don't want me to hurt myself. Well, maybe somebody does, but you know what? Stop it. Stop wanting me to hurt myself, okay? Ooh, I'm really liking this song that's playing right now. I wonder who it is. I'm gonna have to look it up when I'm done. Okay. Back. Almost there. Getting some nice forearm strength from this. All right. Sorry for the shaking, but I've almost got it. I went to my plane because I want it to be at least a little square. Hold on. There we go. All right. You know what? I think my bench doesn't shake as much if I go the other angle here. That there. Get my mallet. Okay. It's probably still going to shake a bit. So I'm just coming in here. Taking my plane across the surface of this and skipping a bunch. I must be going the wrong way. Nope, still skipping. My plane needs some love too. I just sharpened this guy though. That's better. That's not a good sign. Poor blade. Sorority noise, eh? Alright. I'm gonna call that good. I'm happy. It's not perfect. There's a high side, but it's good. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, I've got my bench pin. I'm gonna attach that to this. It's gonna look something like that in the near future. To do that, which is gonna be on Saturday, I have to put a notch here, a rabbit. And then I'm worried about this crack, but I think it'll be okay. We're gonna put that in, the notch, and then we're gonna glue, and we're gonna clamp and glue this piece in. What we're gonna do. That's the plan. So right now, what do I need to do? Oh man, I didn't use my ring mandrel. That's okay. Didn't need it. We did make one ring. Where did it go? There it is. So we're gonna need that for later as well. I'm a tangential worker. That's what I am. I'm gonna clean up some of these shavings here. We're gonna label this patina number 1. Okay, so there's my patina. And let's pull it out and take a look, huh? At the piece in here. I'm gonna get a gross, disgusting rag that I have to put it on. And I'm gonna get my pencil. I don't know if this is gonna mess anything up. Hold on. We're gonna shake it first, a little bit. Try to get it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I can see it. Okay. Where are you? There you are. Got it. Okay. So the copper's a lot brighter already because the vinegar, the acid in the vinegar has been working at the outer edges, basically. So now all I need to do is, well, what am I directions say? Allow to air dry. You know what? I don't need to do anything. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna leave this sitting right here on my patina. We're gonna switch back. Hold on. I'm gonna leave that on my patina can so I know which one it is. And I will come back to that later. On Saturday, I'll continue making my bench pin and maybe make a couple other pieces. But then I'll be able to go and work against this and use it to support myself as I'm cutting and as I'm working on these pieces. One of the things that I am concerned about is the width of this channel. I think it needs to be wider, actually. So I can either remove more material or make another pin. Either way, I've got it. I've got it under control. So, that's it for the stream tonight. I'm gonna go. Thanks again for coming by. I really appreciate having each one of you here and your support as I do these things. I will see you next time.